Hey guys, it's Full Cards here, live and direct from Brooklyn, New York, and from me, boom, today I have a box of 2009-2010 Artifacts from Upper Deck. It's a retail box. Artifacts is notoriously disastrous, notoriously porous and poor, but it was 2009-2010. It was only 10-15 bucks. I thought, maybe I'll pop this bad boy open. 2009-2010 would be the rookie redemption years for Tavares, Duchene, Karlsson, Hedman, JVR, Dubnyk, Benn. They're unlikely redemptions, unfortunately, which would be expired. But base rookies would have Antti, Niemi, Beleskey, John Scott, Mickael, Backlund, Neuvirth from the Flyers, a couple of other ones like Anisimov, Schlemko. In terms of our odds, so here we can sort of scooch a look at this. Not much going on here, man. I mean, first and foremost, 5 cards per pack, 24 packs per box, which would deliver 120 cards. A base set would be 100 cards. Above and beyond that, you would get some legends and stars. So treasured swatches are 1 of 36, which would be about 67% of the time. Frozen artifacts would be 1 of 36, which would be 67% of the time. And then you have artifact rookies, which are numbered to 999, and you do have the rookie redemptions, which are 25% of the time. And then a bunch of numbered parallels, etc., 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 etc. But it's artifacts, so this should be a very depressing break. They always are. Please don't leave me a dislike because this product sucks. I open all products, and I like opening up products from 2009-2010, which would be Gianni T's rookie year. So here is our box. There is no seal because there's nothing to seal within it because it's artifacts. The hobby boxes are a bit better. They deliver 3-4 hits and so on, theoretically, ostensibly, maybe. And look at this thing, man. It's like yellow and blue and pastels forward. So let's see if we can glean anything from it. Look, it kind of matches my background card here of Alexander Radulov from the Bleu, Blanc et Rouge President's Choice. So let's see what we have in these, man. Some of these feel thick. Should I just put them aside in case there's something good in them? 2 thick packs right off the top there. And here we have our artifacts. Look, we do know, of course, that there are artifacts, autos too, that you could potentially get, usually within the hobby. Within retail, they are delivered 1 of 1,000. So that would mean 2.5% is about 2.4% is how often you would actually hit the artifacts in retail. Mike Richards, Roberto Luongo, and here why the long face Luongo is the back of the cards. Artifacts typically have sort of this colonial look to them, a little bit industrial agey. There's Paul Stastny, Devin Setaguchi, a great hockey name, Wojtek Wolski, another good hockey name. So there would be all base for a first pack. This one does feel thick. Now, is it just because they have a blank in it? Potentially. It's retail, right? So who knows what they put in these cards so that you don't steal them. There's Gino Malkin. There's Rick DiPietro, a first overall goaltender pick, believe it or not, back in the day. Nicky Lidstrom. Mike Modano, I believe, is 20th overall in scoring in the history of our game, and Chris Drury, who was actually a pretty key rookie back in the day. This feels big, but it also feels like a blank. Let's see what else we can muster here. So we would get 24 packs. 24 times 5 would be 120 cards. Even you can do that math, right? I mean, I know I can. We actually have something here, so I shall put that aside. It did feel a bit thicker. Pretty certain there was something in there right off the top. Maybe just an insert of some form or fashion. Patrick O'Sullivan, OV, the Great 8, albeit number 77. There's Ryan Getzlaff, Jonathan Hockey Taves, Captain Sirius. Pretty nice, nifty one of Jonathan Taves, as well as Patrick Marleau. 30th overall in the history of our game in terms of his goals, I believe. Now we have a Steven Stamkos, a Shane Doan, Derek Brassard, Thomas the journeyman Yannick, who resides always in the Midwest. And we have an Andre Kostitsyn. So thus far, all of these appear to be just base integral for a face. So there are silver parallels and gold parallels, which are numbered cards. I think the silvers are numbered to 75 and the golds are numbered to 50. So that is also a potentiality, mindful of the fact that this is Artifacts retail, which is disastrous typically. Here's Ryan Kessler. And there's my flower. Here's Marc-Andre Fleury, one of my favorite players, just always big smiles. Two flowers in the history of our game. One, of course, would be Guy Lafleur, who was drafted, first overall, I believe, 1971, something to that effect. And flower 2 was a first overall. Both those cats were first overalls, both those flowers. There's Danny Heatley, Patrick Eliash, Tim Thomas, who won the Conn Smythe at age 37. Again, all of these appear to be just brassy base. That's the sort of brass on the brass foil, if you will. All right. Let's go, Artifacts. Give me a numbered card, just to be kind. Oh, there is something here. We've hit something. This is absolutely outstanding. We've actually hit something. So let's see what it is. Andrew Cogliano, Nick Backstrom, David Booth, and we have an Artifacts. Oh, is this one of the legends? This is either a star or a legend, I think. Oh, it's a rookie. We hit a rookie card. Let's see who the rookie is. It's an Islander, and our rookie is Andrew McDonald. He's actually not a bad one. As far as the base, he's had a pretty decent career. Believe it or not, he actually had a decent career. Someone who, I believe he's a D, is he not? He's someone who certainly played for quite some time. Nice. We have Mickael Grabowski, Henrik Zetterberg, Jason Spezza, second overall, Brian Little, and Jonas Hiller. Renowned and known for his simple black mask, which is actually kind of an interesting way to do that. Continuing on, we have a Joe Thornton. We have an Andrei Markov, who was like a 6th rounder, if you can believe that. Varlamov, Vinny Le Cavalier, and Sam Gagner. A lot of these all feel really thick. I'm guessing these have blanks in them. Probably just going to be a lot of big chunky piece of cardboard, right? Correct. Okay. Eric Stahl, Zerdev, Steve Mason. Nice one of Steve Mason, who was a bit of a thing when he came up. This chunky piece of cardboard. Look at that. That's not going to get it done. And a coat on the back, which means absolutely nothing to us at this point. Thomas Vakoun and Patrick Berglund. Okay. Again, all base. I think I'm going to go to these big guys, seeing as they appear to have big pieces of cardboard within them. All right. We have a Daniel Alfredson, Phil the Thrillip, Pierre Bouchard, chunky cardboard. There's a Thomas Buchanan's rocking the turtleneck, per usual. And there's Patrick Kane, Showtime. Showtime. Yeah. Not much in any of these bad boys, unfortunately. We'll remove the piece of cardboard if we can. I mean, are you kidding me? Okay. One thing I do have to watch out for is sometimes they get glued to the back of those pieces of cardboard and you miss one. Oh, no, we don't have something. I thought we did for a second. We have a Zach Parise, Blake Wheeler. Wow, Blake Wheeler with Boston. Alex Hemsky, Chris Osgood, and Nicholas Backstrom. rip-roaring ahead here. Boom. We have the Kipper, who went to the finals. We have Carey Price. It's a nice one of Carey Price, I must say. Oops, I did destroy the Kipper, though. We have a Peter Budaj, a Ryan Miller, as well as a Thomas Caberlet. So a bunch of goalies in red-lipped, red-cheeked Thomas Caberlet. He always looked like he came in from a snowstorm for whatever reason. Zach Parise, who's still running and gunning. Duplicates. Duplicates, why would there be duplicates? Because it's artifacts. Hemsky, Marty Turco, and another Chris Osgood. So now we are definitely, unfortunately, receiving some duplicates. Hopefully no triplicates. Oh, wow, we have something here. So that would be the second hit. Craziness. I don't think I've ever pulled two things from a box of retail artifacts. So that's intriguing. That we might have actually hit two things in a box of artifacts, retail artifacts. Gino Malkin. Oh, this is a gold, I think. We certainly have something here. So we have another Rick DiPietro. This Devin Setaguchi is only numbered to 10. What? Only numbered to 10. So this means it's a gold spectrum parallel. What? Well, that's kind of cool. Now this is a proper insert, man. Not bad. That is a gold spectrum. There are only 10 of these. I believe it's 6 or 8. It's one or the other. You tell me. Can you see that? I think it's an 8. Nice. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Now with having hit a couple, I'm starting to think, what, did we hit a rookie redemption as well? Only hit one rookie thus far. Nice Devin Setaguchi. Nick Lidstrom, Milan Hajduk, Chris Drury, another Chris Drury. And we have a Sid the Kid here. Nice looking Sid the Kid. As well as an Alexander Frolov. I'll put the Sid the Kid aside. Huh. Timo Solani, Zach Bogosian, Dion Phaneuf, Olli Jokinen, as well as Patrice Bergeron. Okay. Devin Setaguchi was I think he was the 8th overall pick by San Jose back in the day. And he played good 500 games in the NHL, so he's not a bad cat to get. There's Pominville, Ray Whitney, David Backes, Shea Weber. That was a nice Shea Weber sighting. And a JP Dumont. Let's go. Let's keep on ripping and roaring. We hit another rookie. I wouldn't mind an Antti Niemi at this point if beggars can be choosers, which we certainly cannot. There's Paul Kariya, Iggy, Nathan Horton, Here's a Who, The King, and Marty Brodeur. Getting down to our last few packs here. So Setaguchi, I think he played for the Saskatoon Blades in the WHL. That's how he sort of came to prominence, did pretty well there. Drew Doughty, Mason Raymond, Chris Versteeg, and Marty St. Louis. Couple of last packs. But yeah, a Devin Setaguchi, Gold Prism. Mark Stahl, Brian Campbell, Cam Ward, Evgeny Nabokov, and Pavel Datsyuk, who was like a 6th rounder or something completely crazy. This is just a blank. You know, the big thick ones are not the ones you want because it's so self-evident that they are these things, which is just, I mean, look at the amount of space they take up with these bad boys. I mean, please, I'm trying to run a tight ship here. Continuing on, we have Jeff Carter, Jacob Voracek, Jordan Stahl, who was a 2nd overall, Anze Kopitar, and a Dougie Waite. All right, I put 2 packs aside, so let's see what those packs and stacks had. Okay. First one's first. Let's see who it is. We have Mike Richards. We do have Bobby Lou. We have another Nick Backstrom because one wasn't enough. And glued to him, we have a Paul Stastny. We have a Devin Setaguchi base. And then we have a Treasure Swatches. Okay, so we hit one of the Treasure Swatches. What's interesting about these is they were guaranteed them, I think, 66% of the time or 67% of the time. And we hit Chris Campoli. So we hit a treasured, this patch is so retail. It's such an Artifacts retail patch, but nonetheless, we hit a Chris Campoli. Okay, a Chris Campoli. Okay, our last one. So that Chris Campoli's not bad. I mean, I think he was a 7th rounder, but he definitely played for the Habs for a couple of games. So there is that about Chris Campoli. He's able D. I played 440 games in the NHL. Not a bad player, not the worst. So we do have a Sid the Kid here. So let us see who our last hit is, because I believe I saw a hit. Notice how we only received 1 rookie in the entire box. So that's sort of what's up with this product. There's Kovalchuk, Hayduk, another Hayduk. And then we do have something here. So let's see who it is. Is it a North Star? I'm not entirely certain. It is, whoa, is this a retro card? Wow, I think this is like a retro card. And is it Dino Ciccarelli? No way. I cannot believe this. Holy crap, we got hit a Dino Ciccarelli retro legend. Wow, that's actually really good. I cannot believe this. No way. Wow, that's really hot. That is really hot. Of all the ones to receive, very cool. That's a handsome looking card. I love it. This I really like. Amazing. Nice reveal. Okay guys, time for the recap. So with regard to base, boom, 2 handsome stacks of this industrial age looking base with the columns, etc., etc. Typically Artifacts, what did I say, is 5 cards per pack, 24 packs per box, so we would get 120 cards minus our inserts, so we could get about 115 base cards with multiple duplicates because it would be Artifacts retail. What else do we get? We did receive a rookie card, a base rookie, which is good because we cannot redeem the other rookies, and we hit Andrew McDonald, who's actually a fairly decent one. Definitely had a decent career as a D, most renowned for being, I guess, with the Flyers and with the Islanders, so he had a decent career. That is actually not a bad one. I would have preferred Antti Niemi, but whatever. We did receive a gold spectrum card, so this is actually numbered to 10 of Devin Setaguchi. Also had a pretty nice career. And he was an 8th overall, so he was a highly touted talent. And he had a decent career, played some 500 games, I think. So that's nice. So we did receive that. I'll place it right up there. What else did we receive? We did receive a jersey card, and we received a treasured swatch of Chris Campoli, who's another D, who you probably remember from the Islanders, but also from Ottawa, of course. He did play a stint with Chicago as well as Montreal. He did play with Montreal for like a few games, so there is that. But a decent D who played a good 400 plus games in the NHL, so we did receive him. And finally, the hit of the box, I can't believe we actually hit this, makes me happy. Boom, look at this thing. We have this old school Dino Ciccarelli North Stars. He was on multiple teams. Really, I think was on the Bolts. He's on a bunch of teams. Really well respected. Great hands in front of the net. And I think he got over 600 goals. So in his career, he is 19th overall in the history of our game in terms of goals scored, up above 600, 608, something to that effect. So he's up there. So that's basically it, guys. A really nice, handsome, good-looking box of our Artifacts. I can't believe I actually hit something in a retail box of Artifacts for like $10, $15, but I did. Please subscribe. Please leave a like. Be sure to provide some comments. Let me know what you'd like me to break. I'm always opening up old school products. I'd happen to be Fulton Cards Lavender Wrap from a place called Brooklyn, New York.